Hello and welcome back to Cottrell's Hunting and Trapping Outdoors. I'm headed over to my dad's to get to Ventrac, and I'm going to mow my grass today and try to catch up on some things around here. But what I wanted to get on here about for a few minutes was that I'm going to try to put a trap setting video out here this weekend. It won't be very long, but I want to put that out there for you and show you what I use when what sets I use when I'm a trapping around here. So I'll try to get that out here for you all this weekend, and I will have a video out. I don't know if I'll get to it the remainder of today because I've got to go and mow my grass, and then I want to get my new freezer ready for to put stuff in that I got here last weekend. So, but that's what I got to do here today, and like I said, I will show you the sets I use, what I catch most of my coyotes on that I catch, which I don't catch it a lot like the rest of you all do, but I'll show you the sets I use. I will show you something else up here. I don't know what part of the country you all are from, but right here, this is where I grew up at. My grandparents lived right there, and this is their barn. I don't know if you all have mail pouch barns in your state where you live at or not, but this is where I grew up at, and I grew up right there in that house on that hill right there. Hey, I just got out here this Sunday evening. I'm going to show you one of the sets that I use when I'm a trapping, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a dirt hole set here and show you how I do that, and hopefully y'all can get something from this. But I want to try a little series here on the different sets that I use on my trap line when I'm a trapping. So we'll get to this, and this is my backing right here. You can put that like that if you don't have no backing, and we'll get to this, and I'll show you how I do my dirt hole set. And I know y'all have probably seen a dirt hole set before, but I just wanted to get something out here to y'all, and I'll show you how I do mine. Okay, the first thing I do is, if I think a coyote's going to come through here, I come in and I find me a place to set the trap. But this is a piece of wood that I got out of my yard right here. I'm actually in my yard, but I'm going to make my trap bed right here, and I'm going to use this as my backing. This might be a little bit big for a backing. Sometimes when I'm making my dirt hole sets, I will find me a clump of grass that sticks out. Say I'm going out through that field right there. If I find a place where I think the coyotes might be running through that field, if I find me a clump of grass that sticks out from everything else, then I try to think how that coyote will think if it comes into that field and it gets a looking around. So I find something like that and I will put a dirt hole set in. But I'll dig my trap bed here. First thing I'll do, I'll set my trap. And when I go up to set traps to help me set them better, I carry a piece of wood like this with me, and that helps me to set my trap. And I'm using a Duke 1 3/4. That's what I mostly run all the time. Make sure that pan's level right through there. And I don't know if you all can see that, but that's how I have my pan set most of the time, right there. But anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'll set that trap right there, and when I go in there, before I start digging my hole out or my trap bed out, I clear everything out here, and I put that trap in there like that, and I get some idea on how I'm going to put that in there. And I dig my trap bed down pretty deep. I actually, if I can do it, I want them to step down on that pan when they're coming in to investigate this hole. Okay, I got that how I want it. So then, how I do to get my ears down in there on the trap, put that in there, press down on it. Now I know that I need to do that right here. So I pound that down like that. Put that trap right in there like that. That's about how deep I have my traps set in the ground. And we're not going to stake this. This is just for educational purposes only. But we'll just put that chain in there like that, if I can. But anyhow, I put that down in there like that. Okay. Then what I do, I start packing that trap in. You don't want that trap to move. Now let me okay, that trap's solid right there. And I will spend an extra 5 or 10 minutes getting that trap so solid that if you wanted to, you could drive on that thing if you had to. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I mean there. I get right down in there and I get that trap set solid in there. Okay, that trap's solid. You don't want that to give at all. And yes, there's instances when you just got to work with what you have, because say you're making a remake here and that blowed the hole up, you just got to work with that. But see, that trap's solid. But anyhow, I moved you closer there till you could see. But see, that trap is solid right there. Okay, now what I do, most of the time what I use, if y'all haven't watched me before, I use a auger bit. But sometimes I'll just take a piece of rebar like this and say I'm going to set that trap right there. I'll put my hole about like this. And I put that hole back in like this. I'll drive that in the ground like that. And then what I start doing there, you can call this a punch hole set or whatever you want to call it. But I waller that out like that. And that's how I do that. And that hole is back in. When they come here and look in here, they have to look back in there. So now what I do, I take me a piece of wax paper. That's what I use to cover my traps with. I crinkle that paper up like this. And yes, I'm usually wearing rubber gloves when I'm doing this. But I take that pan cover and I put that right down in there like that. Bring that right to the front. That trap like that. Then I start covering that up. Then I take my hand, the back of my hand, and that pan is right there. And I want that to be the lowest point of this trap. Need to get a little bit more dirt and put on here. And you can't be afraid of that trap going off. I have had them go off before. But right there's my pan, and that's the lowest point in that trap bed right there. Then what I do, if this is, sometimes I put my backing in like that, and my pan's only about probably to the back of the hole there, it's probably about 6 or 8 inches, if that. But that's how I do my dirt hole. Then what I do, I got some bait right here. I'm not going to put that in there because I don't want to waste my bait on this. This is just educational purposes. But I'll put my bait in there and put my bait in the hole, and then I might rub a little bit of lure on this backing right here, or on the back of the hole right here. But that's how I do my dirt hole set. That's just how I do it. And I will, when I have that auger that I use on my drill to drill these out, I leave this rough around here like something's coming in and out of that hole. But I just wanted you all to see this. I'll show you. I'll go get some grass. I just mowed the yard here yesterday, and I'll show you how I blend this in. Okay, I'm back. But if I was out in that field out there, what I probably need to start doing is saving grass clippings a little bit. That's a good idea, but it's how I blend this trap in. And usually what I do, I carry a pair of scissors with me, and I put clippings around it, especially if I'm trapping in the middle of a field or something. Now, like here where it's dirt, that trap would be blended in good. But usually I'll put grass clippings around, and this is how I blend this trap in. And here in West Virginia, if you have bait in the hole, you have to have that covered so the birds of the air won't see that. So I just stick a clump of grass in the hole like that. But I put my bait down the hole, my lure either on the back of the hole or on this, and then what I do, I either have fox or bobcat urine, and I'll spray the backing of that. But that's how I do my dirt hole set. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and the next one I do, I will show you how I do my flat set. So I'm gonna try putting these kind of videos out here for a little while. The different sets that I use. I've got this dirt hole set. You can do a double punch set. Put a hole here, going back that way, and a hole this way, going back this way. You put lure in one and bait in the other. And then I've got my flat set that I do. And then I use a compass set sometimes. And I have caught bobcats on compass sets before. So I hope y'all like this video, and I will get off here and I will do the closing here. And I will show you one more thing. That's the angle that I put my hole in for my dirt hole sets. But I'll pull this out, and this is what it looks like from the back of the hole, or the back of the trap bed here. But I would leave this rough if I was using my auger. I'd leave some dirt piled up around here, and it would look like something had dug a hole there. But I have caught coyotes on this set here. Probably all the coyotes that I have caught mostly have been caught on these sets like this. But anyhow, I'm going to end this video here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I thought I'd do something a little bit different here. I hope you enjoyed the footage of me on the Ventrac Air yesterday, and I just wanted to put a little bit of that out there too, because I do more things than just trap and fool with this stuff. I have stuff that I have to do around too. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and there'll be some more videos that coming out here. I don't know if I will get one put out here next weekend. My boy has a football scrimmage in Ohio, so I got to go do that next Saturday, so I don't know if I will be putting any videos out there next weekend or not. But I will get this one out here this upcoming week sometime, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I will see y'all on the next one, and may the good Lord bless you all.